Are you relief-centered? I want to keep this message very short. Why? Because I want you to think about this. Are you relief-centered? Or let me rephrase the question. Do you want deliverance or do you just want relief? Is your aim to just have a relieved existence, or do you want to walk by faith? Do you want to overcome? This is a serious question. Why? Because a lot of folks, they're really after relief. And the thing with relief is, it's not deliverance. Now, true deliverance, real deliverance will bring relief eventually. But relief in itself is not deliverance. And that's a big difference most people can't catch. They can't see this difference. And because they can't see this difference, they are deceived. They are already deceived. Look, someone that's relief-centered, and by the way, humans are born in sin, due to the fall of man. So relief-centeredness is something we all have. When you're growing up, through upbringing by your parents and by society, they regulate this relief-centeredness. They can't get rid of it, they just regulate it. Some regulate it harshly, others regulate it more softly. It's all about regulating this relief-centeredness. So that's how the world operates. But I'm not addressing the world, I'm addressing you, who's following Christ. Are you still relief-centered? Because when you are still relief-centered, Satan already has you. Hey, let me say that one more time, because maybe you don't realize how serious this is. When you are still relief-centered, Satan already got you. He doesn't need the big brother to come after you. He doesn't need a police state. He doesn't need an RFID chip in your right hand. He doesn't need any of that. When you're still relief-centered, he already has you. You are already trapped. Why? Because when you are relief-centered, you can perceive facts. Okay, of course you can perceive facts. If someone's holding a presentation and the presentation went wrong because the presenter had no interest in holding the presentation, then you factually can see that individual has no interest in giving the presentation. So the presentation went wrong. You can perceive facts. If someone wants to be left alone, someone's very angry, you can see that. So people that are relief-centered, they can perceive facts, all right? But they cannot process things correctly. Why? Because it's all about keeping the minus out and holding on to the plus. What I'm saying is there's relief, and there are things that disturb that relief. So everything that disturbs that relief needs to be kept out, and everything that promotes relief must be kept in. So it's a duality, it's a trap. But most can't see for trap it is because you're so attached and so long for that relief. Don't you realize that this is the mindset behind addiction? Don't you realize this is the mindset behind dysfunctional marriages? Or let me say, dangerous marriages? There are couples that are married that from the outside they appear decent, but if you could look behind the scenes into the living rooms, they're fussing, they're fighting, they're beating, they're biting one another, they're throwing objects at each other. And if there are children there, the children need to watch out because the children are in a war zone at home. By the way, it doesn't matter if a child is growing up somewhere in Syria or where there is this conflict going on, or they grow up in a dysfunctional home, and that's the same effect on the brain development of the child. It's wicked. All right? So when you look behind the scenes, you think, this is a monster, that needs to be stopped. But why are they still in there? Because they're relief-centered. They are married, they carry the ring, so society validates them as a husband and wife. People give respect and credit onto them, so they want to hold on to that. That's why he puts up with her negativity. That's why she puts up with his alcoholism and all of that. And the children grow up, and the children notice that when they talk bad about their parents, they get punished. So they tend to honor the parents, despite how wicked the parents are. Or maybe the parents had bad attitudes and the children knew that, but later in life, when the children themselves wanted relief from other people, they also began to act like their parents, even if they knew they were wrong. And now to protect their view of themselves, they now say that their parents had the reason for what the parents did. Now they're excusing the negativity of their parents. Why? Because they are relief-centered. And because they're relief-centered, now defending the wicked. That's why a lot of people turn out like they're abusers. A lot, I'm not saying all. Why? Because the abuser is all relief-centered. He wants relief. Now, when that individual one day wants relief, he or she finds out that those toxic methods work. So they get attached to the toxic methods, but at the same time, they hold on that they're not like the one that mistreated them. They become just like them because they're also relief-centered. Look, about children, about the family and the children, this is a dysfunctional pattern that's repeated generation after generation. And why do people hold on to it? Well, they are relief-centered. One day I was at a library, years back, and there were 3 people entering in. They were from a Hindustan background. There was this small girl, I believe 3 or maybe 4 years old. She's not aware that it's a library that you need to calm your voice. The mother was there and the grandmother. The grandmother was very bitter and she acted very, very bitterly against the child. And other people in the library could see that and they were thinking, what the heck is this? When those 3 people left, there was this Chinese guy there who began to say, well, that child is very annoying, blah, blah, blah. I was thinking, dude, you got to be kidding me. You saw clearly that grandmother is out of order. She's a grown woman, probably above 50 or maybe in her 60s, acting bitterly against a child that can't even harm her. And that mother over there permits it because she wants to get validation that she's honoring her mother. So she's endangering her own child. And you see this happen. I'm not saying you have to intervene directly, but come on, at least don't agree with it. But no, because they are relief-centered, they have sympathy to the one in the negative, instead of defending the one that needs the defense. You see how far this is going? Look, I can make more videos about joyful topics, but I need to address these things. Why? Because relief is not deliverance. Real deliverance will bring true relief, but the relief in itself is not deliverance. And if you're relief-centered, you are defending Satan's cause. When you are relief-centered, you are energizing demons, whether you're aware of it or not. That's why the Most High permits you to be afflicted. Why? So that you will unlearn relief-centeredness. There's nothing wrong with wanting relief from something, okay? Relief in itself is nothing wrong with it. But to have the wrong attitude towards relief, that's wicked. Well, that being said, agree with Christ. And for those that are following the Most High and agree with the Messiah, I cheer you. Be at peace.